service guarantees citizenship.
Oh, good morning, all you lovely people. Welcome back to the grumpy old Git in the corner on a what's turning out could be quite a nice Friday out there. It was beautiful and clear first thing, but what I say by first thing, I mean about 4:30. Yeah, it was beautiful and clear. A little bit of cloud creeping in, but it's still quite mild, although a bit windy. But anyway, let's get into it today. Now, as you know, I don't say much on the Russian-Ukraine shit that's going on over there. Personally, I don't really give a shit. As far as I'm concerned, they can kill each other. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It's not my war. But what our lot are saying about it, and still banging on about it, while still feeding both sides, as we've said before, use it as an excuse for quite a few of their failures, and it really does my head in. But when you have a country like Russia making threats to the rest of the world, including threats of using nukes and stuff like that, why would you go and play your fucking war games right on his doorstep, like NATO's been doing? Now, to me, this is deliberately provoking a war with Russia. They are doing this, and they actually slated Russia 2 years ago for doing the same fucking thing, didn't they? Think about that one. But like I say, I don't say too much on that, so I'll leave that there. Just a bit of food for the hamster wheel, keep him going round. And we'll move on to the election. Well, first of all, I'm not going to say too much about Diane Abacus, other than she's doing what she does best. Create her own situations, create her own fucking dramas, and then play the victim. It's exactly what she's doing again. This woman should not be allowed anywhere near Parliament. As I've said, she can't string a legible sentence together that makes any fucking sense. But there you go. But I did pick up on something Roland said the other day. Now, he's been slating for a while now Labour for not having any idea about where the funding's coming from to put in place some of his ideas should they win in July. And that it would cost the taxpayer an extra £2,000 a household per year in taxes, etc. But now hang on a minute, Roland. How many billions have you cost us that we've got nothing to fucking show for? We've got the COVID scandal for a start. The Russia-Ukraine war, which I just mentioned. Not stopping the boats. That's costing us upwards of 10 million a day now. 10 million a day. Just think about that, folks. Think about that. 10 million a day. 365 million a year. I should look to your own fucking doorstep before you start fucking stepping on other people's, Roland. And this is the problem with these fucking idiots. They open their gobs without engaging their brains. I mean, calling national service a rite of passage. You're an absolute weapons grade fucking dick. You really are. North American Indians had rites of passage where they rip bits of bone through their skin. Tribes out in the jungle have got rites of passage where they cut each other with knives or stick their hand in fucking gloves full of dangerous bullet ants and stuff like. National service is not a fucking rite of passage, you absolute dick. Honestly, this bloke is... he just needs to be gone, as far as I'm concerned. But let's change the tack a minute here. Now, it's been reported today, yes, I heard it on mainstream media. I've had views on this for a while now. The first person in the country has been treated with a personally tailored, as they're calling it, vaccine. Apparently this is because he has bowel cancer. But I've said this before, how does this fucking work? Now, we were constantly told that vaccines, all types of jabs, not just vaccines, all types of drugs that they inflict on us have to be tested before they can be administered to the public, due to safety issues. You know, prove that it's safe for a human to take. Well, if they're tailored to an individual, by normal reasoning, I can only think that it's a kill or cure. That is the trial. They've got to test it on you. They can't test it on anybody else because it's tailored to you. So how are they going to test it to make sure it's safe? You know, that's all I can come up with is kill or cure. You know, and we know they've got away with this shit before, don't we? But with all these trials going on for different cures now, mainly for cancers, and this is all they can call them, is trials, as under the Vaccine Act, Cure for Vaccine Act 1939, it is illegal to actually announce that you have a cure for cancer. So they can't say they've got anything that can cure it. Not that I believe they ever will. Because in my opinion, and anybody that disagrees with me, you can shout and scream all you fucking like. This is just my opinion, okay? If others agree with me, that's absolutely fine, but it's my opinion. Now, there's been quite an explosion, apparently, of cancers. And all of a sudden, they're coming up with loads and loads of things, I'll say, to treat these. Not cure them, treat them. I won't use the word cure because that's illegal. But is this to keep the money coming in? You know, we know medically how easy it is to create something and how easy it is to create something that will allegedly help with this. This isn't a fact or an accusation, by the way. This is just my opinion. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there for today, folks. Don't forget, tonight from 7 o'clock, the lovely Mrs. W will be live on her channel, chatting with friends and that, mainly the ladies. If any of you ladies that are watching want to come and join in, she'll quite happily have you on the panel if you're able to get on there. I will be in the chat as always. The gents are welcome, obviously, but preference will be given to the ladies on the panel. But I'll do my best to entertain you in the chat. But until then, people, as always, stay safe, stay strong, and look into the bullshit before you agree to anything that these arseholes do or want to give you. Do your own research. Don't take anybody's word for anything. Go and look for yourself. Stay safe, people.